Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the RSR Video Email Bag Show. Now here's the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing, your host, Bad Brad Berkowitz. Forget about it.
Life, I just picked me a plum. You came along and everything started into hum. Still, it's a real good bet. The best is yet to come.
Hey folks, good morning from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Forget about it. We're supposed to have snow here. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. It's a little chilly because of the wind, but this is nothing like it was back on the East Coast. But you still have to be careful out there because I hate to say it, folks. I'm going to call you out. Oklahoma drivers, you suck. You're worse than New York City. Forget about it. And I thought that was impossible. But the biggest thing that you suck at, of course, is driving. However, is that when you come from a side street, you got a car coming this way and whatever. You come out the side like this. And I don't understand it. There's more accidents on 51st Street. I'm telling you, forget about it. I just don't get it. Is it because they're cowboys? I don't want to know. I don't know. But hey, it is what it is. So you just got to be careful out there, especially today. Now, before I get into your great questions this morning, they're always great and they're getting better and better and longer and longer. Oh my God, my assistant wants to raise because they're going through these questions. But I want to address a few things. First of all, make sure you subscribe to the RSR Web TV channel by hitting that button in the top right-hand corner. Remember, when we hit 700 subscribers, we're going to give away a personally autographed, not just signed, personally signed to you, a picture from the one and only Larry, the Eastern Assassin Holmes, who was the heavyweight champion from 1978 to 1985. First as the WBC, and then a couple years later as the IBF. And again, that freaking jab of his was one of the best, if not the best, in heavyweight history. So that's a highly collectible thing. We're at 600. Drum roll, and 89. So do the math. 11 more subscribers. We're going to pick a winner. Now, if you want to be on my next show, very simple. Send your questions in to Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Again, that's Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Now I want to address a couple things, positive things that is. I get a lot of IMs on Facebook, which if you're not on Facebook, that means instant messages. It's like almost like an email. Okay? And I get some really, really great feedback on my show, on my stances that I take. Sometimes they agree, sometimes they don't. But 99% of the time, they're very respectful. Okay? Even the comments left on my YouTube channel. Sometimes we get a hockey puck, as Don Rickles says, and I deal with them head on. I take the stick and hit that puck right out the frickin' door. But I'm not saying you have to agree with all my opinions. In fact, I don't want you to. I despise minions. If you don't know what a minion is, look it up. And it's not them little yellow things that are on Despicable Me. Okay? Don't just say it because I said it. Have your own opinion. But be respectful. Because one thing I was raised to be is respectful. But when you disrespect me, I'm going to shove it up your ass. It's plain as simple as it can be. I'm going to shove it so far up your ass, okay, it's going to come out your left ear because I'm not going to tolerate that crap. Okay, that's bluntly said, but I mean it. Because I'm not disrespectful. I respect anybody that has an opinion as long as you're respectful towards me. But the point of that was this. Thank you so much for the wonderful things that you have to say. Okay, I appreciate each and every one of my viewers. I'm not better than you. There's no show without you. Okay, I can't stand people that do shows. Okay, whether they're big in the boxing world on TV, or they're on YouTube or wherever they are. Okay, I don't look down on anybody. Okay, I'm no better than you because there is no show without you. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Even the ones that don't agree with me, hey, I respect you. Now, the calendar for 2017, I want to make sure I start putting this out now. Because I get asked, hey, Bad Brad, when are you going to be a ring announcer again for the fights? Well, that's a good question because we got one coming up. Randy Rouse, which is the owner of Team Rouse Kickboxing in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, is putting on another card January 21st, 2017. And again, it'll be at the Washington County Fairgrounds in Dewey, Oklahoma. Okay? Now, tickets aren't on sale quite yet, but as soon as they are, I will be putting it on Facebook, on Ringside Report, and I'll address it on my show. And you can get in touch with Randy or me at that time to purchase your tickets. I expect a big turnout for this one. Okay, first card of the year. They're always exciting to start out the year with a big bang. Last one was a really exciting card. And this will be my, let me see, this will be my fourth one being the ring announcer. January 21st. Mark your calendars. 2017. Team Rouse Kickboxing, Washington County Fairgrounds in Dewey, Oklahoma. Randy Rouse is the promoter once again. Okay, we appreciate each and every one of you that come out and support these cards. They're all amateur fighters on the card. So this guy or that young lady, because it's guys and gals, could be the next world champion professional. And you can say you were there. And if you know me from the East Coast, when I used to do Sports Talk, News Channel 8 for 12 years with Glenn Harris, I always told callers, you need to come out and support these fighters. Now, they were professional, but still, the amateurs too, when they're right here. Because when they go up there, you can say you were here and up there. Not just up there. That's usually when you see the entourages and so on. Okay? So make sure you come out and support these local cards, especially the ones that I just announced. January 21st, 2017, Washington County Fairgrounds, Dewey, Oklahoma. Now, without further ado, let's get into your questions this cold morning in Tulsa, Oklahoma. First up, excuse me, Bad Brad. It's been some time since I wrote you, kid, but we always think of you here at the club. With the holidays near, we always also think of your dad when he would come here with his crew and have us on the floor. He was a giant amongst men and a legend that the young guys coming up love to hear stories about. We truly love and miss him, kid. You make sure you take care of that lady of yours, and the minute you step back here to visit, you stop by. Giorgio wants to see you, and still, all these years later, has a picture of him and your dad behind his desk in the office upstairs. So we are coming to the end of 2016. I see the kid from England is going to defend his title against the old man Klitschko. Interesting fight. I would assume the odds will open with Joshua as a slight favorite. The fight isn't until April, but you know the boys always like to keep track of possible moneymakers. What are your thoughts on this fight and prediction? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, kid. Dino P. from Queens, New York. Well, Dino P. to you and the boys, thank you. And yeah, I know you guys think the world of my dad, and I would be lying to tell you that it just takes a holiday for me to think of him. I know it's not saying that's the only time you guys think of him, but I know people get, emotional around holidays because they miss loved ones that we lost. I miss my dad all year round. Almost every day there's not a time that I don't think about my dad. But thank you for acknowledging him. And I can't say enough gratitude to Giorgio. Okay, I will stop by with Deb. I'll make a concerted effort to stop by. A lot of people want to see me when I come back to the East Coast. And to say he was a giant amongst men, pal, I couldn't agree with you more. All right. Now, April 29th, 2017, I believe is the date. They've already started the press conference, the press tour. Great fight on paper. Yes, Vladimir is long in the tooth, but he still got some skills. And you never know, a great fighter like Bernard Hopkins can always pull one out and surprise everybody. I personally think, and I've said it already, I'm going on record, that Anthony Joshua is going to knock Vladimir Klitschko out and retire him once and for all. I'm not going to pick around. I've said that on my last show or the show before that. I can't remember. I'm going to wait to see how things go in training camp closer to the date, because there's always cancellations sometimes with I won't say always, but a lot of cancellations with Vladimir getting hurt. So let me get closer to the date. I'll make a prediction, and then you guys can go from there. All right, Dino P, again, thanks for the wonderful compliments about my father. I always love hearing when people have things to say about my dad because I truly do. Miss him, and my best to the boys. And Giorgio, much respect. Okay? All right. Next question up. Bad Brad. I saw today that Povetkin tested positive again, and the fight with Stervine is off tonight. WTF. Speak out like only you can do, brother. Listen, I watch every show and video you shoot. I'm not a stalker, but I do hang on every single word you say because you never hold back and tell the truth. Opinions may vary, but you're honest and a walking boxing encyclopedia. This second question has nothing to do with boxing, and not sure you will answer it, but I'm going to try and hope you will. I'm scared to death with Trump being our president-elect. I think the world as we know could be over and run like a dictatorship like the days of Hitler and Mussolini, or in current day Putin. What are your thoughts on this? Keith P. from Bethesda, Maryland. Wow, okay. Well, Keith P., let me say to you, welcome to the show. That's a name I don't know. Let me start out with your, well, first of all, thank you for the compliments. I greatly appreciate those. Yeah, Povetkin tested positive for the second time. I'm going to be very blunt, okay? Maybe we make this an R-rated show on this one, but I'm so fucking tired of cheaters. And I know that overseas, Germany, and Europe, they cheat. I know they cheat in the scoring. I know they cheat with the drugs. But I'm so fucking tired of it because I boxed for 3 years and I never cheated. If I didn't train, and there was a couple fights I didn't train like I should have, okay? And if I got punched more than I should have, or I got winded when I shouldn't have, that was my fault. But I didn't cheat. I cheated myself, okay? But I didn't cheat in the ring to have an advantage over an opponent. That's bullshit. You train, you bust your ass, you're a professional fighter. He should be banned for life. And anybody that gets caught cheating, even one freaking time, because I'm so tired of this shit. One time, you should be banned from boxing. I'm tired of, because we keep getting these people that get smacked on the freaking wrist and they get suspended for a year. The Antonio Marga cheaters who take the padding out and almost kill a fighter in the freaking ring, Miguel Cotto. I'm tired of it. You need to send a strong message. You get caught cheating one time, your ass is banned, which may be your livelihood, but tough shit. You didn't think about that when you were cheating, okay? Somebody could cheat and hurt somebody in the freaking ring. It's like this weight thing when they come in 100, I'm exaggerating, but 100 pounds heavier the day of the fight. I mean, it's ridiculous. You get fighters in there that get seriously injured. I think back to Joey Gamache versus Arturo Gatti, okay? That was really messed up what happened, and to this day, Joey Gamache is walking on his heels. So you cheat, your fucking ass gets banned if I'm in charge, okay? Put me in charge, I'll fix it. I'll fix it once and for all. I'm not going to, my livelihood. You didn't think about your livelihood when you cheated, okay? You cheat, your ass is gone. Period. All right, on your ass is gone. On the cube, your ass is gone. We're going to take a short commercial break. Hey, folks, this is Bad Brad Burkwick, the host of the RSR Video Email Bag Show. Forget about it. And I want to talk to you about an exciting opportunity to advertise or sponsor on my show. If you're interested, send serious business inquiries to Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Again, that's Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Forget about it.
Excuse me?
What?
Aren't we supposed to be doing a shoot for your book ad?
Yeah, but I'm reading right now. I'm reading an interview in my book with James Quick Tillis, and I tell you what, I didn't realize I did a heck of an interview.
And
I guess we do need to do this book ad.
Yeah.
Hey folks, here's the book. Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime by the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Me. Forget about it. Alright, there it is on the back. Okay, and on the front. Now how do you order this book? You go to authorhouse.com and you'll pick it up wholesale. You'll save a few fazools. Forget about it. But if you want to go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble, you can do that too. You're just going to pay retail that way. Now, for all the folks that ask me, yes, I will take this book here if you mail it to me and cover postage and handling to Tulsa and to wherever you live in the world. I will personally autograph your book. Again, Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime by the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Forget about it. Bad Brad out. All right, folks. we're now back. And if you're living under a rock, or you went to Mars, or you went to Eureka Springs, or you went in a cave, or you're living out in the woods and you forgot who the hell I am, the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing, Bad Brad Berkowitz. Forget about it. And this is another RSR video email bag show on the Ringside Report web TV channel. Now, again, make sure you hit that freaking button and subscribe. Subscribe. Upper right-hand corner. And you want to leave a comment? Leave them below. I'll be more than happy to address them. As long as you're respectful. Don't be a hockey puck. Okay? Don't make me do my Don Rickles on you. Only one Don Rickles. But hey, I know his routine. I can do it well. Just be respectful. I'll go back and forth. You're entitled to your opinion. I'll always respect your opinion. But when you start calling names, I'm going to beat you up with the stick there, hockey puck, and hit you right out of the freaking YouTube channel. All right? Once again, subscribe. 700 subscriber wins the personally autographed picture from Larry the Easton Assassin Holmes. Again, if you want to be on my show, Ringside Report 2014@gmail.com. That's Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Send your questions in. We'll get them. We don't cherry pick. Now, let's get on to the remainder of your questions. Next up is, let's see, Bad Brad. I saw that Terrence Crawford got hit with 90 days in jail for some crap he was involved in with a car of his and I think a body shop. Is this the end of his career, or is this going to be a regular thing like Adrian Broner? Greg C. from Muskogee, Oklahoma. Well, Greg C. from Muskogee, Oklahoma, I should say. Are you related to Merle Haggard? Did you like that song that he had to hit on in the 60s? Great song. God rest his soul. We recently lost him this year. Amongst so many. Has anybody noticed how many people we lost this year in music and movies? God, so many greats. Okay, first of all, he's a world champion. And you should be at a higher... No, let me digress. Bullshit. I don't care if you're a world champion. You should be at a certain level, period, as a human being. Okay? But being a world champion, you should think this could cost you your livelihood. Do I think it's the end of his career, Greg? No, I don't. Do I see him with an entourage already when I see him fight in Omaha? I do, and I don't like what I see. Okay? I don't like what I see. Ghetto Fabulous. Okay? I don't like that shit. Okay? That's where people wind up going broke. Everybody's his uncle and aunt and this one and that one. Okay? I don't believe in entourages. They killed MC Hammer in the music world. They killed Sugar Ray Robinson in the boxing world, okay? Forget entourages. They suck you dry. And when they suck you dry, they walk away and they forget who the hell you are. I've never had an entourage. I have a close circle, okay? I don't do minions. I don't do yes men. And I don't do entourages. I have a close circle of men and women around me that I respect them and they respect me. And if they have to tell me something I don't like to hear, or I have to tell them something they don't like to hear, it's because we care about each other. But I can't stand entourages. And that's Crawford's downfall if he doesn't fix the freaking problem. And he has all the skills in the world. I think he's 31-0. He just knocked out John Molina the other day. He needs a career-defining fight, but he's a damn good fighter. Terrence, if you're watching this, cut the shit, pal. You have all the skills in the world. You got the world by the short hairs, by the balls. Don't be stupid. I've seen so many fall, okay? And you know what? Then I'm going to address something. Stop with the racial shit. Because he's black, or because he's Mexican, or because he's white. It has nothing to do with pigmentation of your skin or religious beliefs or anything else. It has to do with what's in your freaking head, okay? Use your brain that you've been given, okay? And use your heart and your brain and stop being a stunad. Terrence is not the only one that does this stuff. Because when you get banned from boxing or you get put in prison, don't cry about your livelihood that you lost it, because you can't blame anybody but yourself. If I screw up, I blame me. Nobody else, because I ultimately made the decision, right or wrong, to make the move that might have got me in trouble or whatever the case may be. Okay? So stop being a stunad, Terrence. If you're watching this, do your thing in the ring. Behave yourself out of the ring. Take care of your family, Earn all the money you possibly can and have a great life, pal. Last question for this bag. Bad Brad, I'm a member of your oh, I'm sorry. Wait a second. Let me go back before I do that. Keith, you asked me. I'm going to surprise you. You asked me about Trump, President-elect Trump. I don't get into politics publicly, and I'll tell you why. Because you can't win. You get misinterpreted on what you say. But I am going to say this. I don't talk politics much. I do it in my private circle amongst very close friends of mine. Okay? And everybody that I know, they don't, for the most part. Well, no, not for the most part. My circle doesn't really talk publicly about it. But I'll address what you said because I said I will never not answer a question. Here's the thing. I won't tell you who I voted for because it's none of your business, but I did vote. Here's the thing with President-elect Trump, okay? No matter really what he does or what any president does, Democrat or Republican, we're bigger than that, okay? I don't care if you like President-elect Trump or you do. I personally don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican or independent. I don't personally care if you were in a state and you wrote in Lassie. You're entitled to do what you want. But I don't want to see any president from any party fail because it hurts the country, okay? So I want to see him succeed. Do I agree with everything he does? No. Or everything he's done so far? No. I haven't agreed with any president, even ones that I voted for, everything they do. Nobody's perfect. But I'm going to say this. No matter what he does or any president in office, okay, we are very strong as a people. And if you use your God-given brains and you do things in life accordingly, it doesn't matter who the hell is in the White House. It really doesn't. Yes, they affect some things, but they don't affect all things, okay? People screamed about Obamacare, okay? I am retired military, so I have TRICARE. So Obamacare doesn't affect me at all. But I'm not a selfish son of a bitch like so many people in the world are that I don't care about everybody. So if Obamacare affected you, I care about you. And don't worry so much how it affected me. I vote for a majority, not a minority, because it affects so many, and I don't just worry about how it affects me because I care about so many different people in my life. Now, no matter what President-elect Trump and soon-to-be President Trump does in January, you can still have a great life. So don't be scared. The world is not coming to an end, okay? The American people will never allow a complete dictatorship like a Hitler or a Mussolini or a Putin. Yeah, there's people that like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not stupid, okay? I never said there aren't people that wouldn't love to have a leader like that, and you're a stu-not if you do. I'm sorry. That I'm not going to agree with or concede a point to you because those individuals aren't with the damn. But we're not going to allow that in our country, okay? So the world is not coming to an end, all right? Who was it? Oh, I'm sorry. That was actually Keith P, and I skipped over to Greg C. So, Keith, that was the answer to your question about Trump that I came back to. All right, last question. This is a long show. Bad Brad, I'm a member of your Facebook forum, and to say I'm addicted to it is an understatement. I cannot believe the legends in there from the boxing world and that we can talk to them freely. You run it well, and I had to laugh with your post yesterday about the GoFundMe and similar things. Keep doing your thing, buddy. I wanted to ask you about a fighter you seem to be very close to, Vinny Paz. I saw the movie Bleed for This recently and loved it. Is there really true to life for him? I looked him up on BoxRec and saw he retired in 2004. If he fought today, how would he do? Thanks for your time, sir. Paul J. from Sacramento, California. Well, Paul J., welcome to the show. I'm glad you enjoy our forum. We have over 23,000, I think 23,300 plus members. And I will not take the full credit because I have some great admins that run the forum with me. So it's a collective effort on all of our parts to make it the best possible forum it can be and keep respect high, tolerance out. Racial intolerance out, and so on. Now, you say, and GoFundMe's? GoFungu. How about that? Go Bafungu. I hate GoFundMe's. What happened to the days of go out and work your ass off, save your fazools, and pay for it yourself? I'm tired of GoFundMe's, crowd starters, fun starters, Kickstarters. I don't know all this bullshit. Keep them out of my forum and they'll get you banned. I don't believe in them. I don't believe in GoFundMes. Families, take care of your own. And other people, stop begging for frickin' money. Go out there and work your ass off. I got a buddy of mine, we always laugh at these things because we don't believe in them. And it's not old school. It should be school, period. Okay. Now, you asked about Vinny Paz. Yes, he's my paisan. We go back 16 years. The movie was about 95% factual. He didn't come back to fight Roberto Duran. He came back and fought Luis Santana after a broken neck. Vinny had something that a lot of fighters today do not have. Actually, a lot of people today don't have. And you want to know what that is? Heart. You got to have heart. I wish I could sing that old great Eddie Fisher song. You got to have heart from the movie Damn Yankees. Okay? Vinny had it in an abundance. So he could fare very well today and be a world champion because of that big heart. And he was a skilled fighter. One downfall with Vinny was his defense was his offense, and he cut up a lot. That was always the thing that Vinny dealt with, cuts. And, you know, today he would deal with the same thing. But he'd be a world champion because of his heart and his skill level. And his greatest performance was in 1991 when he beat Gilbert DeLay for the WBA Junior Middleweight Championship. If you ever have the opportunity to meet Vinny Paz, you go up and you tell him, smack him on the ass and tell him, Bad Brad said, you're crazy as a bedbug, but in a good way, and that there's nobody more real than you. You tell him Bad Brad said that. Let me tell you something. You could call him crazy as a bedbug, but in a good way. You run him down, you deal with me. I'm not going to let anybody ever run Vinny down. I've seen him do so many good things that he doesn't want credit for. Okay, it makes me think of a miniature, shorter version of Frank Sinatra. Didn't want credit for all the great things he did. So he's a class act, hell of a fighter. And Paul J. from Sacramento, California, he'd be a world champion today. All right, folks, one more time. Make sure you hit that button in the top right corner and subscribe. We're 11 subscribers away from 700 to win that great prize from the one and only Larry the Eastern Assassin Holmes. This may be my last show before Christmas, so I'm going to go ahead and say it to my viewers in the United States and overseas. Forget about it. Merry Christmas from Deb and I, and Santino and Bella, our fur babies who we love to death. Okay? And a Happy New Year to you and yours and your family and whatever you celebrate, whether it's Christmas or Kwanzaa or Hanukkah or you celebrating your own beliefs. May all the good things come to each and every one of you. I can't thank you enough. And as we always do, that's another show in the can. Forget about it. And as Frank Sinatra sang so eloquently as he does in the opening of my show, the best is yet to come. Bad Brad out.